to 9 Innings, hosted by the Players Lounge. I'm Trey Phelps.
I'm Trey King.
And today we got joining us
I'm Henry Hunter.
I'm Nolan McCarthy.
2 transfer guys we have with us. And big shout out to the retreat for hosting us today. All of us actually live here, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, enjoy all the amenities. Golf simulator, pool, weight room, all of it. If you're looking for a place to live, this is a place to be.
Let's dive in. Go ahead and tell us a little about yourself. Henry, you start.
Well, this is my second year here. I transferred in from UAB. Well, first of all, thank you guys for having us on.
Yeah, appreciate
We're excited
y'all.
about that.
Sure.
But I transferred in from UAB last year, and this is my second year here, and obviously you guys' second year here. So we've been here together, and it's actually my second time being on the Players Lounge podcast. Last year I got to do it with Stiz and DA, so I'm excited for round 2, and couldn't ask for a better guy to do it with. So I'm excited about it.
For sure.
I'm Nolan. This is my first year here in the program. Shout out to Wes for getting me here and Ammo and Cogs. But I'm from Michigan. I went to Kentucky for 4 years, and this is my 5th year here, and excited to get after it with these guys come spring. We'll come a week and a half, actually.
Yeah, real soon.
These 2 guys, don't let them fool you. They're way louder than this.
Yeah,
They're a lot
this
closer than you
is the
think.
energy on the field.
Had
man.
a scrimmage yesterday. My voice is gone.
Yeah. They bring the energy every day. So I actually wanted to start it about Kentucky and ask you questions about Kentucky. And,
Yeah, I got you.
And how is the morale coming in after going to Omaha last year, and you want to bring that with you to our team and that experience? How does that feel as a leadership role, which I think you've taken? How does that play into?
Yeah, so it felt like last year, on all cylinders, we were kind of firing. All the guys were really tight, and I think we got that going on here too. But yeah, it really left a sour taste in my mouth, little sour apples about it. But we got the talent to do it here, and we got the camaraderie, we got all of it, and losing in Omaha really just made me hungry, and I know these guys are hungry too, and all our other teammates. So I'm excited to go back, and I think that's everyone's goal here, not just to go back, but to win it. Because going there is one thing, but winning it is just a whole other animal. So
for sure.
Yeah, that's what Wes talks about. 4 teams go, 4 teams go to win.
No doubt.
We want to be one of those 4 teams go to win.
No doubt.
Yeah,
for sure. What about you, Andy? Let's start. I want to see how your journey was. You were at UAB first, correct?
Yeah, I was at UAB for 2 years. I enjoyed it. Just kind of hopped in the portal, not really knowing what was next, not really knowing what to expect out of a tough sophomore year. And they kind of took a chance on me, and I'm excited that they did. I'm thankful that they did, and kind of made the most of it. Last year I had the opportunity to sit behind Fernando and learn and grow and become a better player and get in there. And when I got in there, I felt like I did a fine job, but I feel like I'm better for it this year, and I learned a lot under those guys and under Coggin and Ammo and Wes, and this year I'm just excited to see what we do, and it's our team, and it's a different group. It's an exciting group, but it's an older group, and it's an experienced group, and a group that's hungry, and I think it's safe to say it has a lot of winners a part of it. So I'm excited to see what we can do, and it's coming quickly, so it'll be here before we know it. But
yeah,
no doubt.
Speaking of that, I know I really believe we're gonna go far. I'm gonna say now, I know we're gonna go far. With us, I guess all at least being in the postseason for a little bit, being able to experience that atmosphere. What would y'all say is the biggest difference, I guess, between that and the regular season?
Yeah,
I'd say just the guys who can hook it up. The guys who can hook it up during postseason, who use that adrenaline to fuel them rather than make it pressure. Because I haven't been at Foley when it's been packed out, but watching your guys as super, seeing the guys on the hill, the fan base, it's gonna be adrenaline pumped. And
Army.
What?
Shout out Army.
Yeah, Army went up on the green.
Did they?
Yeah, they
no.
were
So
partying up there.
just the guys who can really put it on when the lights come on, and I think we got those guys. Every day is an SEC experience on our team because, you face Brian Curley in a scrimmage game with no one in the stands, and he's pumping 99 with a 24-ounce black coffee in his system. You can't beat that. And that's what you're gonna face in the postseason. So we face that now. We're war tested, battle tested, and SEC comes around. It's gonna be the same noise. So
No, I remember it got loud. That Georgia Tech game last year.
Yeah, it was jumping.
I for sure would say that was the loudest game I've ever been a part of at Foley.
It was jumping.
It was quiet. We were losing the whole game. It got to about the 7th inning, and then it just kind of felt like more people came. Yeah. It didn't, but it just felt like more people came, and it just got loud.
You had a big-time homer in was that game, Georgia Tech?
Yeah, actually, homer to put us down 1. And
then Coob.
So what's that feel like running around the bases right there?
Boy, it was really, like it's one of one.
You show love to the hill?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Got to show love to the hill. You can't forget.
No, I got to show love.
definitely slow trot it. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, so
Enjoy
good.
the moment. Being in it, knowing. I mean, there was also a celebration done that kind of went viral. In the dugout.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which was it the
Brawl.
mask?
Yeah,
It
with
was
the
like
mask,
peeing.
kind of lifting
Oh,
the
yeah.
leg
Lift
up.
his leg up.
Fire hydrant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Just kind of, I mean, we kind of needed it. We were flat kind of that whole game.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then went there. Chandler Marsh made a big play at first base. Big a pitcher. If he doesn't make that play, we lose that game.
That was crazy.
We go in. Kobe Branch hits a home run. I think it put us up one or either tied us.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Corey Collins just put an insurance run on top
Yep.
of that because I remember they scored one after that. So it was a lot of emotions flowing at once. But I was DHing too, so my heart was steady. It was nothing I really had to go in and out,
Oh,
in
yeah.
and out, in and out. I was worried about one thing, and being able to capitalize was just amazing.
Talk about that team. Like, what do you guys think is the difference between this team and that team? Because I wasn't here last year, obviously. I played y'all, but
Great question.
I'd definitely say the experience and like the talent that we have this year, like top to bottom, we're like rock solid, and we have guys that have been in the postseason, gone to Omaha. We have coaches that have gone to Omaha. So like we all like that experience of going and like being the team to go. Like we didn't have that last year as much as we do this year. So I think that'll be a big driving factor.
yeah.
As well as just like, man, like every day I feel like everyone's getting better because we just everyone pushes each other.
Yeah.
Like it's just different. Like everyone wants to make each other better, and like we grow as a team. So I think that is the biggest difference that I see this year versus last year's team.
Yeah, I would say also it's kind of like a different mentality. Last year it was kind of we knew we were good, but it was kind of like what are we going to do? And this year it's kind of like we know what we want to do and how we're going to accomplish it, and there's no way we're going to leave anything behind. So we kind of needed last year to get to this year for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Kentucky, I mean, I lost in a super my junior year, and the next year we built off that and went to Omaha. But I feel like you guys, like, being here and hosting that super, like, it's the same thing, but I think we can really do it this year. Like, and the belief within our team, that's big time. Ammo, Cogs, Brock, West, they've all been there. So,
And that's something that Wes preaches all the time,
yeah.
is just the belief and like just buying into it, you know. And like you said, kind of last year was kind of like we questioned ourselves for a long time, and then as we got deeper into SEC play after we lost to you guys, like we met and we kind of sat down and said it's either now or never, kind of, and that like made us better as a group. And hopefully it doesn't take that this year. Hopefully like we can start the season knowing that it's going to be tough, and being highly ranked like preseason, all that does is just put a bigger target on your back. But it's like,
you like that.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
You know, that like that's what we want, you know, and that means you're doing things right, and you're supposed to be good. And like this year, we just have such an excess of talent, you know, and in the most humble way, we just really do have a lot of depth. And I mean, the coaches have done a great job bringing in guys that can help us out. And last year, not to say that we didn't have that, but this year, especially on the mound, we just have such a large amount of guys that can help us out. And just kind of like those old Alabama football teams, like Nick Saban would always talk about, just like when you bring in a bunch of depth, like guys get better or they get worse, and the cream rises to the top. And like I feel like this year, that's kind of the same thing for us. It's just the best players are going to play, and they're going to play because they continue to get better and better and better. And when you look up at the end of the day, you're going to be like, that's a dang good team. And, and nobody's going to want to see us. So I'm just excited to see what we can do.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Cog's talking like he's talking about our coach Coggin. He like after a scrimmage, he's like, "Hey, we got so many spots open on this field because we genuinely don't know. I mean, we're gonna have position players who are just great ball players on the bench, and it's gonna depend on
at a lot of other schools.
Yeah, it's gonna depend on just who hooks it up when the lights are on.
It takes a group too, you know. It takes even those guys that are coming off the bench or whatever. Being a guy that was me last year, you know, and I mean, you just got to stay ready. Like we all know, we've all been there. We've all had those years of our life where you just got to continue to stay ready and stay juiced up for when your opportunity comes, and just keep controlling the things you can control. And like the good teams, those things don't have to be preached. You know, it's just understood, and that's what we really just try to hammer home to our group. You know,
it's a standard.
You know, so I mean, it's just kind of the expectation now, and like we said, we have such a great supporting staff around us, the coaching staff and everything. It makes it easy.
Yeah, and like looking at the future, we got Dog fans out here, hopefully gonna be baseball fans. Like y'all can talk. Trey's a young guy. Both Treys are young guys, and we got freshmen who can just absolutely swing the bat and play good defense. So like looking into the future, like we're thinking about this year, but I mean, I don't see Georgia baseball taking a step back.
For sure. I mean, it's just leaving a better place than you found it.
Yeah.
I mean, having more talent come in.
A new facility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to
Beautiful.
talk about. We were talking about like hosting like all this other
Big
talent.
time.
I was like, what do y'all think about the new facility? Like, like how that'll help us keep recruiting every year and
Yeah,
just continue to get better.
Yeah.
It's
And, like,
nuts.
we kind of started last year, but like it really starts this year to show like
Mm.
because you have all that fancy stuff, but like what do you do with it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it's
like,
nuts. It's nuts, and just embracing it. Like last year, we kind of took it on. Like we enjoyed being in the one tunnel that we had, and we had the pitching and the hitting and the weight room. Like it was all set up in the one tunnel underneath the stands, and
Yeah.
we kind of just embraced it. And this year in the fall, obviously, we're practicing at Athens Academy. Like
Yeah.
we're out of high school,
Yeah.
and we just embraced it. We made the most of it. It wasn't talked about. That's like the one thing that I just keep telling people is like the most impressive thing about this group is just how there's never been any excuses being made, and it's just never brought up. Like the coaching staff never brought it up. It was never like, I know we're here, but it was just like, this is what we're doing. It's practice, and this is and we just made the most out of every single day. And then you look up and you have this brand new facility, and it's like Christmas every single day you walk in. So it's like you really appreciate it, and just those little things. And we have a lot of guys that didn't come from big schools too, myself being one of them. It's like when you have something like that, you just really appreciate it and realize this is for real.
This is
Like
legit.
this is for real. So I mean, I'm just excited for the Georgia fan base to enjoy it too. It's going to be sick, and I mean, obviously the fun's in the winning too. So you got to bring the winning, and we expect to do that. So we're just excited.
Yeah, I think being at Athens Academy, well, thanks to them for hosting us all fall, because I mean, we tore that infield up.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure.
I think that was a gut check for us, and it was like, hey, we're at an SEC program, and we can be gritty too. Because
we're here.
I think being gritty and that really just propels teams in the postseason, especially. And then we got to our new facility, and we're all starstruck. Like I came in here, Wes was like, he was telling me, hey, you got a new field coming, but I didn't really look at it. Like I'd played here before in the past, but when I got there, I mean, it's unbelievable. Y'all got to check it out.
Yeah,
sure. It's
and all the
insane.
technology underneath, like
Yeah.
it's a pitching lab.
Hitting
I mean,
lab,
we had
weight
how
room,
many big league teams here to look at it?
A lot.
Like
everybody.
I walked in and it was like a meeting of
Yeah.
big teams. I was like, am I supposed to be in here? Right
Yeah.
now? Like
It's like
there's just like
It's
we-
insane.
30 people in there.
if we can't get better here, we got no excuse.
Yeah.
There's nothing, like we have all the amenities, all the facilities just at our disposal.
doubt.
So with having, I would say, I guess having all that now, especially, I mean, we start in 10 days from now.
Yeah.
How would you say that like propels us for this season? Like how does that propel our goals even farther? Like knowing what we have, being where our feet are in the new facility.
Yeah. I think just you see the support from up top and Georgia Athletics.
Mhm.
You see that like what you guys did last year, they're investing in you guys, investing in us, and it's kind of like don't mess it up, but it's also like look at this great opportunity we got,
Yeah.
and we're gonna pack that thing out. I
promise.
like
Be there.
yes,
Yeah.
be there
Be
first of all.
there. Foley's gonna throw a lot of parties this year.
Yeah, you look in. I don't even know. I've played here, but if you look in May, I don't see it not being sold out every day because
No.
A&M comes into town, Oklahoma comes into town. Like
Yeah.
every
It's
weekend's a
exciting.
battle.
Yeah.
every
For sure.
100%.
It's
And
10
like
Super Regionals.
you were kind of saying, the people above us, like Josh Brooks and Tanner Steins and them, like them believing in us, them making it happen, like it was a quick turnaround, and like they've continued to just make things happen, and it's that belief that they have in us and that we've kind of given people, it's not by accident. So I mean, it's definitely exciting to have people above you that believe in you, and that's what Wes continues to just hammer home to us. And the more that other people believe in you, it's contagious. It's contagious.
For
So
sure. Well, yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited for this year. I can't even like fathom that it's gonna
be
go
special.
It doesn't feel real.
No doubt.
I guess if that makes sense.
Who are y'all waiting for to come here and play us? Who do y'all want?
A&M.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an awesome series.
Probably A&M. I feel like, I mean, that's looking really far ahead.
Of
but
course, yeah.
I think it's going to be the deciding factor of who's going to be number one in the country.
I agree.
Personally.
Yeah, that's gonna be like
And yeah, like that's a crazy ball club.
Yeah.
I really do. They're crazy, but I mean, we're crazier. I mean,
Oh, we're
there's just-
nuts.
It's levels.
Oh,
to
we're
it.
wild.
I
Man.
mean, yeah. I mean, there's just levels to it, especially this camaraderie, like we were saying. Like,
Yeah.
bro, it's just so like the talent, but like the camaraderie on top and being able to like get better every single day and not take a single out or pitch off is next level.
yeah.
I mean,
Speaking on camaraderie, I want to talk about you guys. I feel like y'all kind of like clicked really quick. Like turn around, like y'all are like best friends. I want to
Like
I want to like get into that. Like, how did y'all become friends? Did y'all
Yeah.
talk beforehand?
Oh
or-
yeah,
like
we met
stepbrothers.
each other last spring.
Yeah, we did.
We had a tough battle in Lexington, and
Yes, dude.
Henry hit a missile double. Right, was it backside?
Yeah.
Probably
We
backside
gotta
double.
We gotta show the clip.
Yeah, roll
He,
that
We
clip.
gotta show the clip.
He hit our double celly, and those are my guys. I love those guys still to this day. Few of them are just here. But he did our double celly, and he's trying to get his guys fired up, and I'm in center field, and like, don't do that. And I'm yelling at him. He's yelling back. It was good stuff. And then when I'm getting recruited here, he called me and we had an hour long conversation. And I think from that moment we were like, I think we're the same person. We're very similar, and that's why we're really close. But we really butted heads at first when we didn't know each other, and it's just good stuff.
Just two alphas, and that's how it's always been between me and Noel. It's just like we're just two alpha competitors, and in that moment in Lexington, it was like when we were talking on the phone, I was like, if you didn't yell at me, then I would have thought differently of you, and if I wouldn't have done that, you probably would have thought differently of me. Then so it's just kind of funny looking back at it. Just being at this point now, we actually were sitting around the other night and being with those Kentucky guys, and we're just like, who would have thought that we would have all been in Athens together, and with a bunch of different transfers and stuff, and it really is just a good Lord just putting us all in one place. I really do believe that,
100%.
and put a bunch of winners together and dudes that really believe in it and believe in the process of it all, and Nolan's one of those guys, and we're thankful to have him here. And I was telling Wes the other day when he was up at bat, I was just like, what a get this guy was, like
Thanks, man.
really and truly, he's helped us in so many other ways besides just what's on the field. There's a lot of stuff that goes on off the field, and he's a leader for us, and we believe in him, and we know that he's been there and he's done it at a high level, in the best conference in America. So we're just excited to have you, and we're just fired up.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about Henry is every scrimmage seems like we're on a different team and just yelling at each other, like firing each other up. And I get in the box, I tap him. I think I just talk his ear off the whole at bat. I'm a little bit fired up. I get a little too much caffeine sometimes. And
no doubt.
A little bit.
I'm just like,
that's why we love him.
I guess what's pitch is coming, and I'm usually wrong, but I love Henry. I love these guys. It's just like I feel like once we got in our locker room at Foley, like it was just everything just clicked because we didn't have a locker room all fall, and then we got in there, and it's like we might not have had the just like the personal connection, and then within a week it was there. It was just like everyone's on all cylinders.
Absolutely, no clicks. That's the big thing. Is just no clicks. Just one big group, one big family. And that's the thing that we can continue to improve on.
100%.
And I know and we all know. As the season went on last year, we just became a bigger and bigger family. Whether it was hanging out at the pool after practice, whatever it was, like
Retreat, shout out.
Yeah, shout out Retreat, great pool. And catch us here, at the pool. But yeah, it was just whatever it was. We were together and we were enjoying each other, and if we can continue to do that like that, that wins a lot of games for sure. So
it's being like that's kind of like people ask me like, hey, can you be in a fraternity? I'm like, well, I'm in one. Yeah, boys. Like, I do everything with them. Like this is who I want to be with. So like. I think that's like a super crucial part is like we're all friends.
Absolutely.
Like
brothers.
We're brothers.
Absolutely.
It makes it so much easier to click. And like on the field, man, like those are like you're rooting for your guys. So you're not rooting for your teammate. You're like, I want everyone to succeed because like we love each other. And it's just like that camaraderie has been awesome. And I think that's been like taken to another step this year.
Also TK comes to the field and he's playing outfield and he doesn't really play outfield. We got a scrimmage and he's picking my brain about like what to do in the outfield, and sometimes I'll go take infield with him, but like he brings a kind of like calming vibe to every game, and it's just electric. Like sometimes when me and Henry get too fired up, just TK is just there like, hey, and we're like, all right, we're good. Hey, we're good.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think, this next question, I think I know every single one of y'all's answers, but what are y'all thoughts on preseason rankings?
This is something that I kind of feel strongly about. I just think that like the people that have asked me about it, I just feel like preseason rankings are just an opportunity for that target to continue to grow on your back, and I was talking to some guys the other day, and just like last year we snuck up on some people, I think, and they didn't really know what to expect, first year head coach, and it's like this year there's no sneaking up on anybody, and it's known that we're really good, and people have heard a lot about us. I think people are going to be excited to play us. We're going to get everybody's best shot. When you're the best team in the country, like football guys know, like you're going to get everybody's best game. So every single weekend's going to be a dogfight, and you got to respect everybody. And if you go into and expecting a battle, you're gonna come out victorious. If you go in there and just expect them to run over them, then you never know what can happen. So it's definitely exciting. It's definitely like a good sign of where we're going, where we're headed, and what we can be. But our end goal isn't to be the number 4 ranked preseason team in the country. And we all know that, and we all understand that, and like we don't work just to be the preseason number 4 team, and the work doesn't stop when you get ranked 4th preseason. If anything, it just makes you want to go harder because, like I said, you're going to get everybody's best shot.
Oh, yeah.
So
I think it's really cool. Like, it's cool that we're 4, or perfect game 4, whatever, D1 baseball 8. I mean, they could have put us lower and we just been more hungry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
4 is never the goal. It's all noise at this point. No one's
Yeah,
won a game.
correct.
But yeah, we're gonna go into Wilmington and we're hungry. Hungry dogs hunt best, and
Run fast.
they run faster.
run fast.
No meat
Really
left
do.
on the bone.
They really
I
do.
Take
just,
those guys serious, you know.
I mean, they could have put us they could have ranked us 30, and it wouldn't have mattered. None of that matters.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
come June 25th, Charles Schwab,
That's
we'll
when
see what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when it matters.
no doubt.
That's when it matters, and
No
it's
doubt.
just progression, learning from our mistakes, and I don't think anyone can stop us if we're on our best. So
And speaking of Wilmington, like I know they're going to give us a great game. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, we
yeah.
play them in the
Regionals.
regional, and I mean, not looking past Quinnipiac, but I mean, Wilmington's definitely got us circled on their schedule, and they're going to be fired up to play us. And,
Yeah.
but I mean, we're excited about that. We want everybody's best game. We want to
sure.
play the best teams and beat the best teams, and
Yeah.
and I mean, we want to be the consensus best team in the country, and to do that, you got to beat the best teams. So I mean, it'll be exciting week 1 for sure. So
Yeah,
we're
already.
excited.
I want to be that team that
can't wait.
wants to be beaten. Like
Oh, yeah.
everybody wants to
Everyone
beat
wants
us.
yeah, you look at that LSU team that West coached that won the national championship. Like
Correct.
they got Paul Skeens on a Friday night, and then their lineup is just
Stats.
big leaguers, big
Yeah.
leaguers. And I look at ours, and I'm like, hey, we're really
Some
balanced.
similarities.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and
Correct.
Wes has been there; he's done it.
Mm-hmm.
All our coaches been there and done it.
Yeah.
It just it gives us a lot of faith in our guys that we know what the roadmap is, and we got the blueprint, and we have the formula to do it all.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I would say, I mean, even seeing with us getting close this season, who like have y'all specifically noticed making a huge significant jump? And I would actually start off.
Yeah, what you got?
I got Cade Brown.
That's what I was
Yeah.
going to
Cade Brown, yeah, really good.
Freshman.
Kid's a dog.
Yeah, kid's good. Just swings it. Kid's just a ball player. Shows up, great mindset every day. Sticks to his approach and just puts great swings on baseball.
You ever seen Cade Brown without a smile on his face? Tell me that.
No,
Never.
bro. Cade's hilarious.
He's a goofball.
Love Cade.
Yeah.
Who you got, TK?
I was going to say Clavon.
I like
Yeah,
Clavon
Clavon,
right now.
man.
Yeah.
He's showing up, showing out
Oh,
every
yeah.
day. Like, and like, he's just
Quietly,
he's
just
quietly,
going along.
yeah, he's just quietly hits 104 poolside.
Yeah.
With 2 strikes. Like
Yeah.
he's
Off
just
Zach Brown.
another dog.
Good ball player.
Good ball player. He's just like, I don't know. Bryce just been getting it done.
No
It's
doubt.
fun to watch.
Absolutely.
It's, I mean, like I said, it's fun to watch our brothers get it done.
No doubt.
So he's been making really
Absolutely.
big jumps.
I'm gonna go with 2 of my roommates. Shout out my roommates, 275A. But I mean, I would say Paul Farley and Zach Harris. They're 2 pitchers
Farley.
for us. I mean, they were sophomores last year, or Paul was a freshman and sophomore now, and Zach was a sophomore that threw a good bit for us. But I mean, both those guys just continue to put up good outings, and they're gonna help us a lot and help us on the weekends, in big spots. And I mean, the more dudes you have, the better chance you got. It's pitching. When it comes down to it, pitching wins, and those 2 guys just continue to get better and better and better. And we just have so many other guys too that are. It was tough for me to pick, but I mean those 2 are 2 that really stand out to me. And I mean they picked 2 hitters, so I'll go with 2 pitchers and
I got
those 2.
I got 3 guys. So first of all, I got Henry. He was being modest earlier, saying like, "Hey, I came off the bench a little bit last year, sat behind Fernando, but this guy hit 13 pumps in the fall. Like,
Yeah, dude,
he went
that
bridge
was
13
different.
times, and then
Incredible.
I don't know what it was. It was 2 days ago, yesterday. Me and TK just chilling in the outfield, just chopping it up,
Hanging out.
and Henry goes 105 backside over
Yeah,
TK's
over my
head
I was-
into the trees. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's pretty good.
And then
Justin Bird, he is a
doubt.
D2 transfer.
Yeah, from USCA.
From Aiken.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't see him pitch all fall. He was coming back from injury, and he comes in yesterday. Like, he's got that dog in him. Like, he's on the mound. He's got
fuel.
he's got fight, and he's 94, 96. Like, I couldn't have told you he was going to be that. He was coming off injury. You got a new guy coming from Aiken. You're like, oh, hey, Bird. But
Yeah.
now
Hey,
now
Bird.
he's just going like 95 with 20 inches of ride. Like,
Yeah.
good pitcher. And then
Sure.
I got one more. I got my roommate Colby Branch. He
Okay.
had a good year, hit 16 or 17 homers last year.
Yeah.
But he's just a polished player, man.
Yeah.
Like, that guy lives for getting up and going to the park. Like,
My favorite baseball.
we sit on the couch for hours watching wheels and watching highlights of old games, and he got a mean mustache, just hooks it up
Nice
every day.
mustache.
Same guy every day.
That's my favorite
Stupid
baseball player,
juice.
by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
mustache.
The list can go on and on. We have
It
so
really
many
can.
guys
Yeah,
that
just
just
I was
keep
gonna say,
getting
I'm
better
sitting
and
here
better
just
and better.
rolling through
Yeah,
guys,
I
like,
mean,
it's
just
like-
and like that's what we were talking about, the
few.
depth, like the
Yeah.
depth of it all. It's just iron sharpens iron.
That
Every
is
day
what
when
I
you
was
show
saying.
up and just
Yeah.
are surrounded by good players, you just naturally get better, and that's our whole team. Like when you just have a bunch of guys that just continue to get better and better and better, I feel like it just gives you a better shot. So it's like
Absolutely.
Every single day.
yeah, so it's like
we
if
don't take a day off.
God forbid anybody can't go, it's like next man up, and we fully
sure.
and we fully believe
Trust
in those
them.
guys.
Yeah,
you know,
Trust
so
them. Next guy.
so
for sure. Well, I want to shift over to some. Let's go over some real world sports talk.
All right, what you got?
Let's go to some current events.
All right, what
current
you got?
events. Let's start. Obviously the big buzz. Luka to the Lakers.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. Lucas is, I mean, he's as good as there is in the game right now. I mean, there's a handful of guys that are up there with Luka, and I didn't really believe it, honestly, when I read it. I was kind of like, nah, there's no shot. But, I mean, good for the Lakers. You know, AD's a good player, but, I mean, I would take that trade, me personally.
For sure.
And, I mean, I'm excited to see Bron and Luka team up. And that's going to be
so sick.
That's going to be exciting to watch. You know, they're going to put up some stupid numbers, and I mean, they're as good as anybody. So we'll see.
Speaking of Bird, sorry, I got to cut off right. There's Bird right there going to the weight room. That's our guy.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, that's our guy.
What is
Going to
it,
get some
like
extra work in.
7 p.m.
Yeah,
on
7
a Tuesday.
p.m. on a Tuesday. We're in
On
the
an
weight
off
room,
A
dude.
casual casual.
That's our guy right there.
On
Look
and
at
off
him.
day.
Yeah.
A casual Tuesday.
Yeah, just had to
Look for him coming out of the pen, just throwing jet fuel. So
No doubt.
especially now.
Ex-shortstop, too.
Maybe Rocket.
He's an athlete.
Yeah,
He's an athlete. He can feel his position.
I think it was a publicity stunt. The Luka AD trade, dude. That's like no one's even Bron didn't see it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
there's no way that it was like other than a publicity stunt, bro.
No
Like,
way Bron didn't see it.
Bron
Luka
saw
said he
it
didn't
that
see it
night.
either,
Luka
bro.
said he didn't see it either, bro.
That's why.
Had
it's a
no clue. It was
publicity
done in the
stunt.
dark.
We're just kind of keeping rolling with these like real world questions. What about the salary cap? Like MLB, should they do one?
Yes. MLB is a broken game right now. So, I mean, if you want to see the whole entire league like be more competitive, then I think, yeah. But I think that's kind of the beauty in baseball, too, is like the most paid team doesn't always win. You know, and that's the thing in baseball is like NIL this in college, NIL that, you know, and when it comes to college baseball, but they probably won't be the team that wins,
No,
you know. And I mean,
absolutely
same
not.
thing goes in the big leagues, you know.
yeah.
So.
For me, I don't think there should be one. I mean, I hope my boy Daniel Jackson, transfer catcher, you know, signs and gets a $700 million deal and flies me out to some games. I mean, I don't hate it because I know my boys are going to eat off that. So
No, for sure. That's a lot.
yeah, I mean, either way, there's a lot of money in the game, and I think if you're good enough to earn it, you should be rewarded for that.
Correct. Yeah. No, I'll say I agree with Nolan. I think I mean it's going to be competitive, like you were saying too. Like it's baseball. Like I mean when we're going into a midweek game, like we don't I guess treat it per se like it's a midweek game. We're kind of like we don't take a day off before midweek games, so we practice hard and then we go play the next game and win. Then we take our day off. So I would say like with the baseball world, that's probably one of the only sports that can't have a salary cap because you don't just win based off talent.
Yeah.
You win based off how you play that day. Like Coggin says. Like,
Oh, my bad. I'm a big Tigers fan, and just a little thing, like Ohio State's football team, they were making more NIL money than the Tigers postseason roster, and they made it to the postseason. They put up a fight. I mean, it's not all about money, and even the lower salary teams, they can do it. It's baseball. It ain't football where you're gonna pay them the most money, and then there's the more talent. But it's not about talent. It's about baseball.
That's
Like
that's actually an insane stat. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
State,
Yeah.
Well, like
I didn't know that either.
NIL
postseason.
money,
Postseason salary was less for the Tigers than it was for the NIL.
Professional athletes at
Crazy.
the highest level. It's crazy.
Well, like speaking of that, what y'all got on Carson Beck? That's our
Good
boy.
for him.
Good for
You
him.
know,
man.
good for that
for
guy.
him.
You know,
Did a lot of good things here.
best of luck to that guy.
Bro,
Best
he's
of
gonna
luck.
He's going to
Best of luck to that guy.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy though. Like we had a big argument in one of our classes about that, and like him making $4 million. And people were getting like upset about it. I'm like, why wouldn't you?
He earned it.
Like, he earned it. He as much like I don't even know why he got hate here.
It's tough.
I
It's
liked
tough to sit in that room and never be in that position and say that, you know. And I was about to say that on the salary cap thing. Like I've always been a guy that like imagines myself in that situation, like not taking that Juan Soto deal because I want my team to be good around me. Like I feel like that gives us a better shot to win. And like that's always been my opinion. But also, I've never been in that situation where $765 million is sitting in front of you.
Pretty cool,
you know
right?
what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
a lot of millions.
you know, so it's like
zeros.
Carson Beck, you know, like if I was him, I want to say I would be like, you know, give me 4, you know, I got mine, and go spend that 6 on other good players and let's go win. But again, I'm not in that situation, so I can't really speak on it. So I mean, good for him. Glad he's eating. You know, he's gonna be doing all right.
Yeah, I mean he's young. Juan Soto's young, both of them. So it's kind of like they're still kind of just getting set up. But like, bro, that Juan Soto contract.
Thanks.
No,
Juan.
That's actually dope.
Reset the market.
Shout
out. Appreciate that, bro.
Let's keep doing it.
Yeah,
Let's
appreciate
keep
that.
going.
Yeah, one if you like this episode.
Who's next? I don't know who's next.
I hope a catcher. I hope a catcher's next. Y'all outfielders getting too much love. Catchers are like running backs, just in and out, just bang bang.
Keep it in the
Next.
outfield. Keep it in the outfield.
Next.
Next.
Yachty though.
Yeah.
Melinda.
Oh, yeah.
Yachty.
Yachty. One of those ones. For sure. Well, I think that's it. You good?
Yeah.
I got something.
All right.
We need y'all to come out to our games because it's
Yeah.
just gonna be a big party. Like Trey said,
Yeah.
like bring the juice.
Bring it.
Yeah.
We love it.
Festivals at Foley all year.
Yeah.
Festivals at Foley.
Foley
That's a good
festivals
one, bro.
all year.
Quote that.
It's gonna be lit.
Get that on Instagram.
You can only say it so much, but you got to see it to believe it. I mean, I've got to see it all fall, all spring, every single day, and I mean, Nolan's from Detroit, and you heard them say the greatest show on turf. Now you can see the baseball version of it.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
it's
And if
gonna
you
be
like
really
fireworks, we're gonna be a lot of fireworks before 4th of July.
exciting.
I mean,
Yeah.
bring your earplugs.
Yeah. A lot of illegal fireworks going on. A lot of illegal.
Legal bats. Illegal fireworks.
bats, legal bats, just illegal fireworks for sure. Definitely gonna need some cleanup crews on the tennis court too.
Absolutely.
Baseballs out.
Yeah, that's about it.
Don't park in Carlton deck because that's behind left field. And
Yeah,
like I said, Rylan Zaborowski, Daniel Jackson, Trey Phelps,
got juice.
they're gonna pepper that thing. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't park there if you like your car.
yeah.
Shout out.
Just kind of playing patty cake, ping pong, baseball.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a hobby of ours.
Yeah.
Big Slate Alford mom.
Oh yeah. I forgot to talk about Slate.
Sladius.
That dude's got mean juice and
Came
a lot
back
of belief.
different, man.
Sladius.
Slate's the man.
Yeah.
Sladius.
Sladius.
Who's gonna hit the furthest homer this year? Who you got?
Zabo.
Zabo.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Christian
Bro,
Adams.
That's who I got. That's
Yams?
that's who I
Yamma.
got.
Yams.
Yammo. I got
Yamma.
Christian Adams, lefty
Yeah.
transfer from FAU. but
Another
like,
dog.
Dog.
It's
He's
just
a freak
it's-
show.
Oh,
He's
I don't
a
know.
freak.
It's close.
He's fun to
Zabo's
watch.
got just
Him
too
and
much
Zabo
juice,
are
bro.
Yeah, that frat house is in trouble with Yams up.
with Yams.
Lefty
For sure.
just spins off his bat.
Oh.
Oh.
The greenhouse. The greenhouse. Beware. We're excited to see
Beware.
y'all boys and
sure.
ladies.
And ladies,
Yeah.
So we're excited for sure. We appreciate y'all having
Yeah,
us
thanks
on.
for having
real.
us. It's a
Thank
lot of
you.
fun.
Appreciate y'all
It's
hopping
been a
on.
blast. We're excited to go.
Appreciate
It's gonna be a
y'all
fun
hopping
year.
on.
Can't wait. That is all for our show, 9 innings. Shout out to TPL for hosting, and thank you to the retreat for having us. If you're looking for a place to stay, fall 2025, this is the place to be. Battle tested by us guys.
No doubt.
Definitely check them out. And I'm Trey King,
I'm Trey Phelps.
I'm Henry Hunter.
I'm Nolan McCarthy.
and thank you all for coming on the show. I appreciate
Yes,
it
sir.
a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a great time.